to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. Welcome to Straight Talk. African President of the United States of America, President Barack Obama.
Good to see you. I just want to say everybody back home, right back at you. We appreciate you. You always give us straight talk.
And welcome to Straight Talk. Tonight, first thing I want to do is say congratulations to the president who finally did something really, really great. He actually could have gone a little further. He could have commuted, not only commuted sentencing, he could have pardoned the man, get rid of that record, because he did nothing. Talking about former Governor Blagojevich, talked on the telephone joking with friends. Same manner in which he was talking with Pritzker. Pritzker was serious in what he asked him. He said, "Yeah, I know you want to appoint a black, but you got to get the right black." You know, he voiced his opinion. And as you know, the governor even asked him, "Do you want the job? You want to be senator?" No, I don't want to be senator. Okay. Now he wants to be the governor. Are we crazy enough to go out and vote for him? Are we crazy enough to go out and vote for him? I'm not just talking about blacks, I'm talking about any decent citizen would not want a person with that mentality. Someone who will follow orders. The governor of the state, whose orders is he supposed to follow? You know, that's exactly why Blagojevich ended up in jail. He did not follow the orders of the Democratic Party to do illegal stuff. You see, that's why Barack Obama could not pardon him or could not commute his sentence. He could not do anything because he would go against his party. See? Now, I don't condemn him for that because he took an oath. Trump did not take that oath from the Democratic Party, so therefore he could commute the sentence, or he could, like I say, he could have gone further and pardoned him, period. Just based on the facts of the so-called evidence that I saw. They showed it to everyone. Well, most importantly, he's getting out now, some years sooner. But look at all the time that a young man like that lost sitting behind bars because of a political organization. That's why I say, damn voting for a party, vote for a person, man or woman, that will do the job that you need done for your particular community. Everyone has something that they need done in their community. There are no perfect communities in the city of Chicago, state of Illinois, United States of America. There are no perfect communities. You think you're living in a nice, safe neighborhood where no crime is being committed, and you wake up one morning with police cars around one of the beautiful mansions or homes with a meat wagon sitting there waiting to take bodies of families to the morgue because one family member murdered 3 or 4 other family members in a so-called perfect neighborhood. See, there are nothing perfect. We can strive for perfection within us, within yourself. That's individually. You can't not perfect the actions of another person. That's why they got penitentiaries. That's why they got electric chairs. They had all kinds of things to try to circumvent or to try and prevent certain crimes. But it does not work. It does not work. If a person wants to do something, your threat, your punishments, your anything, even to the point of death, does not deter it. That's why people can walk into these institutions and murder multitude of people. 10, 12, 15, 20 at a time. See, we got to take under consideration what we are living under. We're living under a vacuum, and a vacuum of corruption. Everything is corrupt around us. So people with weak consciousness fall into that corruption. We see it happening all around us. Even young people get into committing crimes, committing violations based on their surroundings, their buddies, their friends. Do what the Joneses do. But there's a reason for that. It came up the other day, and this is something we should all think about. We should think very hard about a lot of laws that permeate our society and has caused a deep-seated problem that needs solving right now. You've heard me say it many times about Dr. Spock's book, Do Not Spank Your Child. It is not a joke that this society jumped all over that and saw a way to have penitentiaries filled with slaves. Yeah, if you're bound to serve time called servitude. Servitude is slavery. That means they can work you without giving you a dime. Anytime if someone can work you without paying you, servitude, slavery. So, free work all over the country, people working free. The government jumped all over that right away. Yes, we got to stop spanking our children. We got to stop being violent. And it made it against the law for you to spank your child. Oh, you can discipline them, but we can't see signs of abuse. The average little girl, keloid, fast. You can spank the leg softly, and find your fingerprints all in the leg. And let's face it, some boys are the same way. So consequently, there were messages running across the television screen. If you are abused by a parent or any other family member, call this number. Parents become afraid to discipline their own child for fear of going to jail, for fear of being prosecuted for child abuse. Now, can you imagine what has happened over the years since that idiotic statement was made? Stop spanking your child. If you spank your child, you teach your child violence, and he will spank his child. And his child will be getting the feel of violence from his parent, and it's on and on. So when does it stop? The government jumped all over that quickly and said, here's an opportunity for us to get what we're looking for. So from that point, you have millions upon millions of people incarcerated, and you don't know how many are doing slave work, working for nothing. Oh, they may even, to keep from calling it servitude and slavery, they may even give them $5 a month, put $5 on their books a month. Slavery. Now, take charge of that, ladies and gentlemen. Take charge of that. Call your state reps. Call your state senators. Let them know we want to discipline our children without interference from the government in any kind of way. This is my child, and my wife. We have an opportunity and we have a responsibility for this child. And if I can't discipline that child and make him, put him on the right path, then what good is it saying that I'm the father and I'm raising him and letting him do what he wants to do? And he ended up in the penitentiary, being slaves for your system, being enslaved to your system. You see, there are so many things that the people can come together and squash it right away. That's just a call to all of our senators and state representatives in the various states around this country and tell them we don't want that law. We want to be able to control our children. You know, the aftermath of not controlling a child is when a child can go into his father's closet, or will go into his father's closet and take out a gun and go out and kill 12 people in his school, or his ex-school. You see, that's ridiculous. A well-disciplined child would not do that. You didn't see those kind of actions when a child was disciplined and led down the right path. You didn't see those kind of actions. Yes, I was a bad child, but I violated no laws. I did not terrorize a community as a young man. Why? Because even when I was 12, 13, 14 years old, if any neighbor in my community saw me transgress or do something that is considered against the law or harmful to the community, they will whip my butt. And then get on the phone and call neighbors, telling them I had to whip that little boy's butt and blah, 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 blah. So everybody at the house I passed would call me in and want to whip my butt again. So I had to sneak down alleys, hiding from the neighbors, because every neighbor was waiting for me to pass their house so they can get me. And I walk in the house hoping that she did not call my mom. Lo and behold, Mom said, stop peeping and creeping. Come on in and get what's coming to you. Mom, but the woman already whipped me. Yeah, you got another one coming. So I had to keep my little self straight unless I wanted some whips on my butt. You see? My feelings, my thoughts, your feelings, your thoughts. Same thing. But now, by you not getting disciplined by the parent, you young kids who are not getting disciplined by your parent, you feel it's okay to go out and commit all the different strange crimes that you're committing, even down to shooting little children. Little babies are being shot. It's horrible. It's something that needs to be dealt with instantaneously. Yeah, now, take it differently. We're dealing with a bunch of politicians who care about anything but what goes into their bank account. Oftentimes, a lot of that comes from taxpayer dollars. Because when you do something stupid like tearing down a perfectly good building that's only been there for not even 20 years. Yeah, it may have been 20 years. So it's been there 25 years. The Chicago Police Academy in the West Loop, perfectly good training facility. Perfectly good training facility. Nobody's complaining about it. Why the hell would you want to tear that down, then go and build one that costs almost $1 billion? Where's that money coming from? You fool. I heard somebody say that. Nobody could answer that question. I heard the question asked on the radio, and nobody answered. You are paying for it, the taxpayers. Oh, you see how creative this administration is in Chicago? You see how creative it is. You need money? Hey, tell the stores to charge people, everybody who shops in the store, charge them for a bag. $0.07 for a bag. See, they don't see how stupid that is, although a number of people still shop in the city. Some have bought their own bags. Some have bought their own carrying facilities to take out their groceries. Others say, screw that. I'll go to the suburbs and buy my food. So suburban towns are benefiting greatly from the fact that Chicago is so stupid, we keep sending people out to the suburb to buy stuff, like gas. Look at the gas taxes in Chicago are so high, 75% of the people buy their gas outside the city of Chicago. And 75% of those that I just mentioned drive to Indiana for gas. Why? Because there's a money-hungry group of people in the city of Chicago who are in control of stuff for us under our direction. We just don't know it's under our direction. Therefore, we're allowing them to do it themselves. So therefore, they tax us out of our money. Gas doesn't cost that much. It's taxes that cost that money in the city of Chicago. If they take all the taxes off the city of Chicago, off the gas in the city of Chicago today, if they take all the taxes off, it will go down to under $2. it will go under $2. If they take all the taxes off, it would be under $2. So then put a stipend back on to where gas now is $2.25. All those people who are running to the suburbs and to other states to buy gas will start buying gas in Chicago. And guess what? You would have to open up all those stations. Hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of stations were closed due to the rise in prices and people taking their business to the suburban area and to other states. Therefore, if you can remember, probably you don't, but there were service stations on every busy corner. And some of those corners had 3 and 4 stations, one on every block, on every corner, 4 stations. And those 4 stayed packed, sometimes with long lines. People trying to get in to get gas, buy gas. When gas was reasonably priced. But when they went out of sight with the gas, people went out of town with their money. Now, see, all those things lead to people leaving this city. It's not just black people leaving. People of all cultures are leaving this city. Why should you stick around and be stuck up by a system? First of all, you find out who really, truly run this system and change it. Change the complexion right away. We're going to take a little break and see a perfect candidate for what we're talking about. We'll be right back.
Hart, what's going on?
I'm leaving. Why? What did I do?
Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit.
Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave.
Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. People in Chicago have been crying out for justice, equality, and fairness from their government for years. And it keeps getting worse. Unfair taxes, laws that unjustly imprison nonviolent offenders. The rich get richer, and the everyday people suffer. It's time for a change. With your help, I'm here to do it. I'm asking for your support as I run for mayor for the city of Chicago.
Paid for by drwilliewilsonfoundation.org.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him. Hi, I'm a warning sign. I let people know when they're... Oh, gotta go.
I'll be right back.
Hi.
Every now and then I get that feeling, and I've got something I want to say.
One of the great things about
being a vegan is that the uniqueness of it.
And I've got to say it my way.
And so gathered with me today are just a sampling of those vegans who have become loyal supporters of Soul Vegetarian.
Welcome to Soul Vegetarian Restaurant.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson. In light of the Laquan McDonald case, we have to assure that fairness and equal rights are protected for all citizens of Chicago, and this has not been the case with this mayor. Vote for me, and I can assure you that fairness and equal opportunity for all citizens of Chicago.
Paid for by drwilliewilsonfoundation.org.
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
World. Come to Golden's Tropical World for tropical fish of all sizes, colors, and types, and other small animals like iguanas and birds from all over the world. There are beautiful tanks, pet supply needs, including dog and cat foods, and expert consultation. Check out Golden's Tropical World, 8611 South Ashland Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. Call ahead, 773-239-8809. Your pet shop.
I'm Dr. Willie Wilson, speaking as a community leader and your future mayor of Chicago. We should all be concerned that the citizens with nonviolent misdemeanor offenses have their records expunged. They have served their time, and they need this opportunity to find jobs and become productive citizens. Now it's your turn. A vote for me is a vote for all citizens of Chicago.
Paid for by drwilliewilsonfoundation.org.
Okay, we're back. You can't find a better candidate for a political office, not just a mayor's office, president, governor, whatever he wants to be. The citizens should be falling over themselves to elect him. Here's a man that went into his pocket and paid taxes for I don't know how many thousands of people in the Chicago area. Told them, I'm not giving you the money. You have homes that I'm saving for you. I'm lending you the money. But there's no rush for you to pay it back when you get it. You may not get a dime back. He knows that. He didn't have anybody sign garnishment papers or anything else. He went to jail and bonded people out of jail because he said it's not fair for a person who was just accused of a crime to have to sit in jail for a $1,000 bond or a $2,000 bond. That's only $200, but I don't have $200, so therefore I have to stay in jail until my trial date. He bonded these people out. You hear me? He bonded them out of jail. and then got chewed out by one mother because he bonded her daughter out of jail. Her mother, she should be in jail for, I think, smoking pot or something. He said, well, ma'am, I'm just trying to help people. Well, you should mind your own business. I don't want that kind of help. You should have left her in jail. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, any sensible person would have gone to him and said, listen, I really appreciate what you did. Thank you very much. Keep that other stuff to yourself about she should be there. Maybe she should, but what he said was factual. A person should not have to sit in jail for any length of time because they don't have money to make bail. Which led me to believe that Mama probably called the police and sicked him on her. You know, that happens from time to time. Mothers and fathers turn their offsprings in, get them off the street. That's commendable of you, but now you have her back home. You work with her as a mother. Don't let her go back to the streets. Don't let her get involved in narcotics or any other debilitating drug. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying is we got to take charge of our destiny. There are so many things that we should be doing. I think I've mentioned before on this show that the city of Chicago sold the streets from under the people, under the guise of, we need tax dollars. We need tax. Where did that $1 billion go? Because that same year, our taxes didn't go down. There was nothing different about our taxes, nothing different about our lifestyle. That $1 billion helped no one but the ones who sold it to this foreign country, foreign company, I should say. People, wise up. Call me, call Straight Talk, call Star Planet TV. Let's get together. Let's join Mark Wallace in a 10 for 10. He's got the perfect idea for politics. Non-political individuals forming a group to go against politicians. Because politicians are looking for one thing, to stick up the public. That's how they get paid. Even garbage truck drivers can get a raise every time more taxes are attached to your bill. So don't think those politicians are going to help you in any kind of way. We got to do it non-politically. We got to do it from a standpoint of wiseness, wisdom. Black folks say, what can I do? You can do what other cultures do. Buy, spend in your own community. I know the first thing you're going to say is that you don't have black businesses in the community. That's absolutely true. You don't have many black businesses in the community. But serve notice on the people that you're buying from in the community that you are committed, you are creating jobs for the people of this community. You don't want to see anyone else working in your establishment unless they live in this community, who does not live in this community. You see? Then you'll be taking charge. Taking charge. Taking your rightful place. The Constitution says the people are the leaders. The government is ran by the governed. Now you figure out who the governed is, then you know who runs the country. But see, they wanted to change the paradigm somewhat. I don't know about other states. I can only speak for Illinois. Because they wanted to change the paradigm, or they wanted to subvert the paradigm, they took the children took the civics out of schools. So children from the millennial year up, all these people know nothing about civics. Some may ask you, what are civics? You see, all that stuff is done consciously and planned out perfectly. Nobody's just doing things haphazardly. They're doing things to promote what they're doing. You said, dome, dome, dome. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this program. And we will be back on Monday evening. We are expanding our horizon here at Star Planet TV. I want those of you who are interested in television, either as a television personality, an actor, a technician, drop your name off here at the studio. We're starting a school right here. Well, it's going to be a fun school, not one of those stuff-shaped schools. It's going to be a fun school where you will actually learn firsthand on how to become a great actor, how to become a great technician. Or you may even become as good a talk show host as I am. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on Straight Talk. We'll see you this time again Monday evening.